Welcome back to Tell Me More About It. It's your co-host Larry with your other co-host,
Burning.
and this is your guys' first time tuning into our podcast, whether it be on YouTube or a streaming service. Welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back, family. On today's episode, Vernon and I will be talking about sometimes you have to do what you don't want to do in order to get where you're at or to achieve your goals. We tend to get right to the topics because we know you guys' time is important. So I'm gonna let Vernon get right into it.
Yeah. So this is actually one that I thought of. We were trying to figure out something good to talk about this week. And we really thought that this is something that not only me personally I need to work on, but this is something that a lot of people have to work on because everyone wants like this get rich quick scheme or this quick way to do life and just be successful and get everything that you want, but it doesn't always work out that way. And I was kind of hit with that this I'd say this last month. So pretty much for those of you that don't know, I'm a digital marketer. I own a digital marketing company and I'm still learning. So my mentors, just a little bit of backstory, they'll tell you that it takes around 5 years to really get to that point where you're self-sufficient and your business can like fully work on its own and you can do it full time. Now, of course, me being stubborn as I am, I try to get everything done and set everything up and just zoom and try to get all the results they did in 5 years in 2 years. And I've come to the realization that it's just not always going to work like that. And for me, I'm in a situation where the little bit of money that I am getting from the business, I have to continue to reinvest into the business. So I'm not able to use that money just for everyday living. So for all of those aspiring entrepreneurs or business owners out there, all of you guys know what I'm talking about when I say that you have to reinvest in your business or it's never going to grow because you need money to grow your business. So I am actually going to be looking for a job here soon. Now, I've told Larry I do not want to do it. Granted, my last experience with a job, I mean, it was hard work. It was night shift. I was tired all the time. I felt like I really didn't get to enjoy life. I missed a lot of my siblings like sporting events. Like I missed out on birthdays, a lot of stuff that I was missing out on because of this job. But
I didn't even know that. Wow.
yeah, I missed out on a lot. This is a little different now because I have a set of skills to where I can work a morning job and get off and do different things like that. But still, that is not my end goal. My end goal is the business and will always be the business. So I say that to say, specifically speaking to entrepreneurs that are just getting started, it is okay to go work with someone and help their business succeed while you continue to learn, soak up all the knowledge that you can so that you can bring all that back to your business and help it succeed in the long run. Because you just may not be at that stage yet. So the business you go work for, they're at that stage to where they've went through all those struggles that you went through already. And now they can hire you to help them out. So do everything you can for them, help them. But when you're done with work, when you're done with that 9 to 5 or whatever your shift is, you go home and you work on your business too. Don't forget that. Don't lose sight of that because that's your end goal. Now, that could be applied to anything. So, let's say, what's a good example? Let's say you want to be a basketball coach. Your dream is to be a college basketball coach. Larry and I both know you can go get a degree in that. And if you think that you're just going to be a head coach of a college, it's not going to happen.
No,
You
no.
there's a process that all of them have to go through. All of them start from the bottom, work their way up. A lot of the time, some of them don't even get paid. Some of them just do it voluntarily.
That's true.
So like AAU and stuff, sometimes that's what some of these people have to do just to get their foot in the door because in that industry, it's all about who do you know. Well, a lot of industries, it's about who do you know, but especially in sports, it's heavy on that. So
Yeah.
there's a process. I say that just to say there's a process for whatever you're trying to do. And don't get mad. Don't be in the dumps because I'm like, dang, I thought I was going to be different. I thought I was going to cheat the system. I'm going to figure all this out in 2 years when it takes 5 to get to that level. It didn't happen. You accept that. you take the next steps and realize that, hey, I'm not going to give up on it. And we've had other podcasts about this or not podcasts, episodes about this where we talk about you have to be persistent, consistent, and continue to do it.
Right.
So that is the stage that I'm in. And I'm telling you this not to be like, oh, this is sad or whatever. I'm telling you this because this is real. We want to keep it real and authentic. I don't care if you're trying to get some dream job that you want. I don't care if you're trying to own your own business. I don't care if you want to, whatever the case may be, whatever your end goal is, there's a process to it, and you're not going to be able to cheat the system. So accept it, take the next steps that you can to continue to grow so that you can continue to progress in what your end goal is. So I hope all that makes sense. I'll talk a little bit more, but I want to let Larry get in here on this.
All right, I definitely want to highlight what he said about investing in yourself. That I think is a huge thing in order to get where you want to get, because while you're doing things that you don't want to do, it's important to remember in the back of your mind, I still want to do this. So instead of purchasing weed to relieve stress, or instead of buying those new shoes because you got paid on payday, or to buy whatever that may be, you should invest it and back into the business, because ultimately that's where you want to be. That's where you want to get paid from. That's what you want to do full time. So I thought that was a good point, what you said.
Wait, I'm just
you didn't say the weed part, but some people say they work a full-time job and it's not their job that they want to do. I know people that just buy plenty of weed because they're stressed out.
Oh, because I was about to say, I know you're not talking about selling. Like, we don't condone that.
No.
No, I was about to say, like, no.
This is not a podcast about selling weed, no.
No. But, yeah, that's the only way to grow, really. And some people don't fall into this trap either. A lot of people, they'll just say, oh, well, I'm investing in myself and getting these new Jordans that I don't have the money for, or I'm investing in myself taking out a loan for a $50,000 car when I only make $30,000 a year. So don't get confused on what investing in yourself is.
There's the guns, and then there's the butter. If you guys have seen Baby Boy the movie, the father, the man describes to the young man, what butter and what guns is. Butter is shoes, things that depreciate over time. Guns are things that increase in value over time. Stocks, houses, things of that sort. Just, there's a difference. So
yeah, assets and liabilities. That's what it is. Is what you're investing or what you're putting into yourself, what you're investing in, is it an asset or is it a liability? Because if it's a liability, you're just going to go down a rabbit hole. If it's an asset, you can learn from it. So that's why people say education, it can be an asset. It could also be a liability if you take out an extreme amount of money, like $400,000, and the job that you get is only paying like $50,000 a year. You're going to be in a bad situation then.
yeah.
But when done right, if you limit debt and you do everything correctly, then it's an asset. Because now you have a skill that you can go and help people with, and they'll pay you to do that. So, yeah. Do you have anything else to say?
I think I also wanted to say, let me see if I can remember. Invest, and then no, I can't think of it. If I think of it, I'll let you know.
Okay. But yeah, I wanted to just talk about this because this is real. This is real life. We don't want to act like everything is all gravy all the time. You've seen videos where it's like, yeah, it's up. We got this. And then you've seen videos like this where I'm like, yeah, we've hit a little bit of a speed bump, but you got to keep going. You can't stop moving. That's the main thing. So the job thing, I put it off as long as I could. So I just had all that time to soak in all this information and learn all this other stuff. And I'm thinking of it in one perspective of like, dang, like I should be there. I should have 50 clients by now doing this full-time, traveling and doing all that stuff that I want to do. Mm-hmm. Because I didn't have that, and that's my like ultimate end goal, I'm irritated in the moment. or I was. I'm not anymore. I'm irritated in the moment. But then I look at jobs, look at what these companies are looking for, and I'm like, dang, I know how to do all this and then some. Like this is nothing. This is only like 25% of everything that I have to do. But now I'm qualified for all this stuff. So I say that to say you're never wasting your time if you're investing in yourself. Even if that end goal, you're not quite there yet, you'll be surprised at how far you are versus where you were before you even started.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like the eye-opening thing to me. So don't quit. Don't quit. And I know it's easy to quit all these negative things in your head because it doesn't happen in the timing that you want. Now my girlfriend, she's very smart, and she said this to me, and for some reason it wasn't clicking in my head. She was like, I know you want this now, but sometimes it just takes time. But I didn't want to hear that. I want it now, now, now.
Right.
And I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, there's a lot of people that are like that. They just want it now.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking here saying taking your time, but then I'm like,
I
now.
want it. Right. I want it now.
So that was a little snap back to reality for me. But now that I've had a chance to just think about it and process it, I'm like, well, you know what? I'm blessed. When I started this, I was in a certain place, and I'm not in that place anymore, which gives me more opportunity. I was a carpet cleaner. Like, I don't have to go back to doing that. I have value now in myself more than working 4 to 1 a.m. cleaning carpet. Like, so life is crazy, but
I do want to highlight what you said about what I just forgot it. I forgot it, bro.
think about it.
Thank you. Give me some time to think about it. About never giving up, because you know, you continue running the race. It's better to, in my opinion, to be running in circles, and eventually you're going to get out of that circle. You problem solve as well, but eventually you're going to get out of that circle than just sitting still, not moving towards anything at all. So continue to move. Even if it's not in a straight directional path, you'll eventually get to where you want to get sooner than if you were just sitting still until you know what you want to do, and then go. You don't always have to know the known. You know, it might be scary to not know what's going on, and I'm not saying don't plan, but it's better to move, to keep moving, to stay consistent, to never give up, than to stop and take breaks.
Yeah. I saw this meme. I think it was like someone that is uneducated, like they have no education in a subject, whatever it may be, that has a plan is more likely to succeed than an expert. Not an expert, but someone that's like their IQ is very high. So it was a low IQ and high IQ. Someone with a lower IQ is 10 times more likely to succeed if they have a plan than someone that has a higher IQ but has no plan whatsoever. Meaning, and I say that to say someone with a higher IQ could be like, yeah, I need to know every single little thing about this before I take any piece of action.
Yeah.
But when you do that, you never get to that point to where you feel like you know enough and you never change.
Mm-hmm.
Versus that person that has a plan and he's like, okay, I may not know everything, but I'm just going to do this and that. Oh, I can't do this because that didn't work. And they're continuing to learn. And now they're 10 times past that person that, like, they're still in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I hope this was easy to understand. I hope you really hear what I'm saying. And this applies to everything. Like, if you're in high school, you're about to go to college, remember this. Remember that you may not finish in 4 years. I don't care how much that could be your goal. But I've had friends that they finished in 4 years. It took me 4 years to get my associates. But regardless of what it may be, just don't lose sight of that goal. I think, and then some people they'll try to downplay an associates and all that, but it's more like, what does it mean to you? Because I know to me, to get that associates, I went through hell. I'm not even gonna lie, I went through hell. I'm working full time trying to take a calculus class and analytics class at the same time, and I'm tired all the time. I gotta stay up late to do these assignments and whatever it may be. So whatever your case may be, what is your why? What did you have to do to get it? Because it's not easy for anyone. Me learning all this stuff for 2 years, I literally was losing money this entire year just because I'm investing so much in myself and the business and trying to learn as much as I possibly can. And I'm still not going to stop. Man.
And a lot of people don't want to invest in themselves, and you have to invest in yourself. You can't always depend on someone to invest in you. You have to invest in yourself. That's when you know somebody's serious, really, when they invest in themselves.
Yeah. Because, I don't know, you get to a point to where you're like, I'm kind of at that point where you're just like, yeah, the money will come.
Money will come.
I just need to continue to learn this stuff so that when it does, like, I got it down pat.
Mm-hmm.
So that, and I feel like people give up too fast. Like, I could just be like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to get a job and I'm just going to stop the business. But why the heck would I do that? After everything you've been through, everything you put in, don't allow one setback to dictate your end goal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I got.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
By the way, don't forget to subscribe, like. Those of you that are listening overseas or wherever you may be, thank you for listening. We're going to continue to post and try to get this stuff out there because we think it's valuable. We really do. We've heard feedback from some people that they're like, dang, you knew what I was thinking. You know who you are.
Yep.
But thank you. Thank you for watching.
Thanks. Peace.
See you soon. Bye.
You can be anybody you wanna be.